Yep, that was me before medical neglect. That was I. I was anorexic. Why does an anorexic person end up this fat? It's because I've got bleeding stomach ulcers and I have to eat and eat and eat. All my teeth are rotted. Eat and eat and eat and eat. And it's not my fault. My teeth are rotted. And well, hence all the wrinkles and the fatness. And it's not because I want to eat. It's because of the pain. Because I've got 2 bleeding perforated stomach ulcers. And I'll show you a barren meal. It's around here somewhere. And I just got to sleep about 5 o'clock in the morning because of the pain, and all I do is eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat cabbage, and like I got celery that doesn't work. Yep, and then a year later I'm still with a broken ankle and a broken foot, so I urgently need GoFunding. I've tried to set up GoFunding things, but I don't know how to use modern technology. Like I couldn't even Bluetooth to my Pendo pad because I can't see properly because of my bleeding stomach ulcers, and I've got a tumour in my back, but a massive huge lump there, and they found a massive tumour in my stomach too, and I was put on a waiting list for about a year, and I can die. So I've been I went carnivore for like a day, just having cabbage every single day, and it's really expensive. So please go fund me. I am a goodperson.com, and I need some of my ankles that broken, that it's all puffed up, and they just sent me out with a boot with a broken ankle, and I can't. This is what I have to do because the ankle's broken, and I have to walk on a broken ankle, and I've been threatened with eviction because I can't mow because it's really, really, really hard. And then the other day I ended up tearing a big chunk out of my toe, pissing out blood at the coffee shop, so I basically didn't have any feet. So, yeah, so I sit down because it cracks, it goes every day, and I have to sit down, then get up, sit down, get up, and it's really hard just even putting clothes on the line. So can someone urgently please go fund me? And I was told to go home and die, and I've been to about 25 doctors, and I had one just throw a script at me. I had one laugh hysterically in my face and say put up with the pain. I had one say the likes of me. I had another one tell me to go home and die. And you don't go from being a gym freak to being this fat. And I can't help it. I really can't. I need finances. So I'm going to try to ask the young guy to help me today at Glendale Shops. And I'm deadly serious how bad this is. And a lot of my neighbours are dead. And I was doing charity work and going to TAFE. But I can't. I can barely walk. I can barely maintain my yard because it's that bad. And the bleeding stomach ulcers are really, really, and they're perforated. And instead of giving me amoxicillin, I got the landlady here because I was crying because the bleeding stomach ulcers are so painful. The police actually broke into my house and dragged me out and put me in Fletcher and said I was insane for complaining about 2 bleeding stomach ulcers. Then Dr. Chan at the JHH just put there to never ever treat me and refuse treatment for this patient ever for anything. So they won't even operate on my ankle, my foot. And I've been trying to ring up lawyers and none of them will sue, and I'll record that too. This phone doesn't have a recorder on it and they just don't care. That's why my neighbours are dead. I'm actually serious, and they're all single women and I'm single, and I've got no one to sue for me when I'm dead, so that's why they won't operate. And I think Dr. Chan's mentality is of a murderer. Because he's not only refused to treat me for bleeding stomach ulcers, and all the rest of it is banned me from the hospital, and I've done nothing. I was just a patient going there, and I'm still in a lot of pain. I can feel the acid, like my stomach, all the acid's just going straight out and hit me broken foot. So yeah, and my bones started breaking really easy, so it says because I'm not absorbing enough nutrient because I've got a massive hole in my stomach, and that's why I'm talking really quickly and like this. So please, don't judge someone by the way they look, because a lot of doctors they're sending us people home to die, and if you're single, they'll do it. And there's that many cases, like even my son, when he was a couple of weeks old, was nearly killed by Gosford Hospital, and all the doctors did was laugh while he was actually dying in my arms, and I had to smash. I just started kicking stuff around in the hospital. If I hadn't done that, he would have died, and all they did was laugh. No, sorry, just coma, baby, coma, and they gave him an injection meant for a child projectile vomiting, and the 2 nurses turned around and told me to go, stuck their fingers up and said, go get effed. And my little baby started to die, and the ambulance refused to come. I rang them up, and they said, we're not an effing taxi cab service, and they refused to show up. So, and then we took him to my doctor, and he said, oh, he's dying. My ex took him there, and if I hadn't have done that, so, like, one guy went and hacked a doctor up in Sydney, and they deserve it. Believe me, they probably refuse to operate and do a simple surgery, which is life-threatening. And nearly all the doctors like that I googled, that 9 patients die a day, and with corona and all that. One lady, I think they've taken it off, she was crying her eyes out and said only one person lived with corona, and that's a doctor's wife, and everyone else died because the doctors refused to treat them. So when a patient dies, you know that a doctor's done it.